Hey there, my name's Eric. If you weren't aware already, I did the original theme for the Sewer Spewer podcast. Alright, so I took way too long to edit this video, and since then the news has changed, and Chris is canceling the Sewer Spewer podcast. But as far as I'm aware, the Sewer Stewards theme is still there, so I'm still gonna make a video about it. Yeah, enjoy the rest of the program. It goes a little something like this.
Sewer Stewards.
And so recently, my friend Chris, who does the Sewer Spewer show and the reels and all those, recently asked me to do a new theme for his new podcast. It's called Sewer Stewards. So, of course, I was honored and I got to work right away. So today, I thought it'd be cool to talk a little bit about the production and the composition of the brand new jingle for the brand new podcast, Sewer Stewards. So the original inspiration came from, of course, the first jingle. I thought it'd be cool to do some kind of continuation or a sequel of sorts to the first jingle Chris and I made. So I took those last 7 chords, I believe, and I kind of flipped them over, and that became the basis of the chord progression for this new jingle. So I'm very uncomfortable talking to a camera by myself. So let's take a little bit of a listen, shall we? Alright, so right away, one of the cool things I did is here at the start on the pre-master. So everything is going through this. I have a couple filters here on the pre-master to kind of give you that, whoa, we're going from lo-fi digital world, and we're to give you a little journey from nothing into the full spectrum of the song. As well as that, I have one of my favorite plugins that I'm trying to find excuses to use on everything. It's called Digitalis. And it's basically a fake enshittification plugin. And I guess on this one I settled on the Warbly Fizz. Not sure if I did much. I honestly, on this one, I don't really fuck around with it too much because it just sounds good usually right off the bat. So let's take a listen to the intro with just the digital stuff. So you can kind of get a taste for what it does. And so of course I had to add the filter as well. And let's check that. Oh my god, I'm in the real world. As well as that, I have this little effect here. It's really just, I used some kind of, I think it's called the decapacitator. I don't have the track anymore because I just recorded it and printed it here. Try to keep things organized. So here's that. Woo, freaky. Alright, so as we go on, I realized I needed a melody. This part's pretty cool, but any more than the amount of times I've done it, it would have gotten boring. So here we go. So originally I had thought of it as sort of like a science fiction type melody, like and so on the original track of the song, I had added a little synth part there. So what ended up happening was the synth part wasn't really working. So I was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to double that with a guitar. You know, it'd be cool, a spaghetti western guitar. So here is my spaghetti bus. There we go. So the spaghetti western riff, it's really very simple. It's just a guitar going through an amp sim as well as a compressor. And then sent to a bunch of parallel effects. So I have a tremolo, a reverb, and of course the digitalis. I got to throw it in there, and it's kind of just another tremolo. So let's check it out. Just the riff here. So that's the kind of vibe I was going for. Just the guitar here, just the guitar sounded kind of empty. And with the rest of the track, it wasn't giving me the punch I wanted. So I doubled that with a bass playing the exact same thing, just high up on the bass. And here's what the bass sounds like on its own. And it really added a lot of attack as well and some more character to the part, even though they're playing basically the same notes. So let's check it out all together one last time. So that's that part, and it's very cool. So here, I need to switch things up a bit. I need to add a B section or a bridge. So I totally changed the chords here, and we go down to an F. Ooh. And it's pretty badass. Let's take a listen here. So yeah, there I brought the synth back because finally the synth had a place. So I added a couple synths. I have a Moog. I have this thing, like a square kind of vibe. And then what is going on here? Oh, I have my little arpeggiator. Very cool. And this is honestly one of my favorite parts of the song because we also had the strings in here, and all of a sudden this jingle really explodes. And I have a lot of automation going on with the panning here on the strings, which is pretty cool. Let's check just these strings as well. So with automation on the panning and the volume, it really gives you a sense of movement, which was the goal. Alright, so that's basically the track. Don't forget to go check out the Sewer Stewards podcast. Thanks.